What's up, guys? Welcome back to World of Warships Legends. I'm your host, SauceBoss69, and in this episode, we'll be reviewing the Shi An. So sit back and relax, and let's get into the video. Alright, so the Shi An is the starter ship for Pan Asia. The commander that we're choosing for this boat will be Chen Chao Kan. Going into his skill set, his base trait, he has Guerrilla Warfare. So it says incoming damage from shells, torpedoes, and bombs to your cruiser while inside of a smokescreen, minus 5.4%. And then, of course, going over to the inspiration, we'll be using Norman Scott. So if you don't know by now, I usually use Norman Scott for pretty much my inspiration for all my cruiser commanders. As you can see, his inspiration skill is directed impact, so it says cruiser main battery shell grouping plus 2.5%. That helps out a ton when obviously trying to hit targets from far away and up close too. Really, I mean it just it groups the shells better, and it really does make a huge difference. So I would highly recommend using Norman Scott for your inspiration for your cruiser commanders. Anyways, moving on to the first skill, we'll be using Burn It Down XXL. So it says chances of HE shells causing fire plus 1%, which of course will help out with setting fires. Pretty self-explanatory there. And then of course for the second skill we'll be using Igniter. So again, chances of cruiser HE shells causing fire plus 2%. So that's an additional 3% chance of causing fires, which makes a huge difference. And really, if you're playing cruisers, you mostly want to HE spam. I mean, unless you do a significant amount more damage with AP shells, you usually want to use HE shells, just set fires and play defensively. Don't get hit, set fires from afar, and maneuver out of getting shot. So you don't, you want to avoid your citadel getting hit because you will most likely get one hitted and you'll be upset. And no one wants that. We don't want you to be upset. I don't want you to be upset. You don't want to be upset. Just play cruisers defensively, and I think setting fires is the way to go. Anyways, moving on to the third skill, we'll be using Sponge. So it says incoming damage for cruisers minus 3%, armaments HP plus 8%, armaments repair time minus 8%. Can't go wrong with that. And alright, moving on, let's go check out the specs. It gives it a survivability rating of 12 with 12,000 hit points. Artillery rating of 1. Not the greatest artillery, but she does have rather large caliber guns. I mean, she's got 6 152 millimeter cannons. They're not small by any means. Firing range 9.7 kilometers. Reload time 7 seconds. She has HE shells, so she does a maximum HE shell damage of 2100 with a fire setting chance at 10%. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's pretty good. And she does have a decent AA defense. I mean, it gives her a rating of 6. So it has one 76.2 millimeter machine gun. But I mean, that gun obviously can lay down some AA. It has a maneuverability rating of 39 with a maximum speed of 22.7 knots with a turning circle radius of 460 meters and a rudder shift time of 4.6 seconds. And lastly, it has a concealment rating of 78 with a detectability range by sea at 8.7 kilometers, detectability range by air at 5.2 kilometers, guaranteed detectability range at 2 kilometers, and finally detectability while firing in smoke at 3.8 kilometers. Now that last one, you won't really worry about that because chances are you're not going to be sitting in smoke. No tier 1 boat has smoke, so yeah. Going over to the overview, it says reloader, above average main battery reload speed. So again, it does reload quickly, so that's how you can lay down so much damage. It says the Shi An was a light cruiser with reasonably good speeds for her time, but suffering from rather poor armament and armor. The ship could act as a scout and destroyer, flotilla leader. The cruisers of this class were the first ships in the US Navy to feature turbine propulsion, and they remained the only turbine cruisers in the US Navy for a long time. They entered into service in 1908, and 3 ships of this series were built. Alright, let's take her to battle and see how she does.
device detected. Enemy cruiser sighted.
Time. Seems like it's really easy to take out the propulsion on these boats. Oh, there it goes again.
Cruiser sunk.
Did I just set one fire? Oh, thank you. No, I guess all I had to do was say something. Just had to ask. As soon as I said something, set a fire. Jesus.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
They're all one-shots, come on. Yeah, so far this boat is pretty good. I'm liking it. So far, so good.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Our team has taken the lead.
So we got 76 target hits, 1 detected, 3 incapacitations, 3 destroyed, 5 set on fire, and 3 defended. Not bad, not bad. Felt like if I had a little more time, I probably could have set a few more fires, but they wanted to end the match. I get it. Alright guys, well that's the Shi An for you. I hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, consider checking out my World of Warships Legends playlist for more reviews like this. And of course, smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!